assortment of eclectic ASMR. Hi. Hello. So, today, I am, of course, doing the final Flowers member video of November, and I thought I would do it with the Apple mic. Again, I can do this video with a Blue Yeti if people would like me to. There's just a lot of background noise because it is snowing and people are using snow blowers outside, and the Blue Yeti microphone picks up everything. So I decided to use the Apple mic. So this video is kind of a combination of two suggestions that I got for another potential Flowers member video. And the two suggestions, one was from Julia's ASMR, and Julia's ASMR asked if I have ever had any like childhood experiences with ASMR, like an intentional ASMR, someone playing with my hair or like being whispered to or something like that. And truthfully, I was really thinking about it, and I really haven't, which is interesting because I know a lot of people who are in and around ASMR kind of do have that sort of experience. What was I going to say? Yeah, there are some people who are in ASMR who have had that kind of exact experience where something from when they were younger stands out as like this really relaxing thing that they had happen. Oh, I need to turn my notifications off. And like I said, I really haven't had anything like that, which is interesting to me because I know like Matt's ASMR has talked about it and like all that kind of stuff. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting that way, but I was really trying to think about it, and there really wasn't ever anything that really stands out to me. But the sort of second suggestion, which is the bulk of this video, was suggested by, at first, a non-channel member, so I'm probably not going to say it correctly, but Aoife Kelly -H9Q, AOIFEKELLY -H9Q. I have seen that name pronounced as Aoife before, but if I am wrong, please let me know. And then Starlin, who is one of my channel members, was like, yes, I would like a guided meditation, because Aoife Kelly suggested a meditation. And then also, I'm just looking here, Giovanna M7 also was like, let's do it. So I was like, let's do it. So thank you to Aoife Kelly, thank you to Starlin, thank you to Giovanna, for kind of like suggesting all of this in kind of a couple of different ways. But to get started with a guided meditation, this is likely going to be a slightly shorter video just because the guided meditations that I know take about 10 or so minutes. I'm going to try to stretch it out ever so slightly, but I'm going to make sure that it is a nice meaty video for my flower member. So, what I would like you to do, I would like you to just sit back, get yourself into a relaxed position that is relaxing for you. If it's lying down, awesome. If it is sort of like sitting propped up in your bed, go for it. If you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, on your knees, knees, if you're in a Shavasana position, like whatever kind of works for you. I want to make sure that your body, you are able to access your body if you need to, but it is also being thoroughly sort of relaxed and not a lot of stress is being brought into the picture. So, that being said, I would like you to first check in with everything. A good body check-in is always good, so settle yourself into that relaxed position. And I want you to wiggle your extremities. I want you to wiggle your toes, and I want you to wiggle your fingers. I want you to check in as you're wiggling. I want you to just feel, are there any joints here that need attention? Are there any muscles here that need attention? Same thing with your fingers. Kind of give yourself like a good feel, like how are your fingertips doing? Are you warm? Are you cold? Do you need to rectify that? Or are you comfortable at the temperature that you're at? For myself personally, I don't often check in with my feet, and often they are super cold, very cold, so it's always nice to just kind of like make sure that your extremities are well taken care of. And once you've kind of checked in with your toes, start moving towards your feet, flex your foot, and then point it, and just kind of see, how's everything doing? Are there any cramps? Are there any tensions? If you're standing in a relaxed position, how does that feel versus if you take a seat? How does that feel? Do your feet need to have the weight taken off of them? And then same thing with your hands. How are things doing? I know this hand is going to be a little bit tight from holding the microphone for a little bit. And then once you're done with your hands and your feet, I want you to kind of just check in. We're going to do sort of our forearms first. Rotate and twist. Roll out your wrist if you need to. And then just feel like, how are things going? Lengthen them out. Take them back in. And then the same thing I want you to do. I want you to do it with your calves as well. So just like really flex your foot. Maybe stretch out your calf a little bit. Just kind of fully feel how things are going. Because I know, especially in my legs, I hold a lot of tension in my legs. And I also have swimmer's legs, so I often don't check in with them because they're used to strain, and I need to make sure that I'm checking in with them. And once you've checked in with your calves and stuff like that, think about your thighs. Are you doing alright? Is the position that you're sitting in good for your butt? But just sort of like figuring out how everything is feeling. And after you do that, we're going to do sort of our bicep area. So just making sure that everything's doing alright. I shoveled earlier today, that's why my hair looks a little bit off. So if I'm probably feeling not a lot of soreness, actually, I'm pretty proud of how I've done with my arms. Lately, my arms have been feeling quite strong. Lately. Now I want you to do your shoulders. This is the worst. This is the worst for me. Neck, shoulders, and jaw are the worst, but we're going to focus on the shoulders for right now. So I just want you to raise up, kind of like I am, bending your elbows, and then let everything go, and then just let everything go. If you need to roll them a couple of times, if you need to stretch your neck in any direction, and let them go limp. Let them go limp. I'm not going to do that because I'm holding this, but I want you to just let your shoulders go completely limp. And now, check in with your torso. Is your stomach doing alright? I know sometimes I will just kind of go throughout a day with a little bit of upset in my stomach, and I don't know why lately. I've been trying to eat more protein and get a little bit more balance in my nutrition, so I'm wondering if a couple of the changes that I'm making are causing a little bit of a bubble to form in there sometimes. But I'm feeling pretty good today. Check in with your heart and your breath. If you want to feel your pulse, you just draw a line from the relaxing, just making sure that all the automatic systems are pumping. Now I'm going to do something a little bit annoying. I'm going to get you to focus on your breath. I want you to just take note of how you were breathing maybe the minute before. Often I find if I check in with my breathing, I can be like, yeah, I think I was going pretty good. But now, what I want you to do is I want you to take a huge deep breath in through your nose. I want you to fill that whole fucking thing up. And then let it out through your mouth, and I want you to breathe everything out. Take a big breath in. I always like doing that. We're going to do it one more time. So, huge deep breath in through the nose. Let it all out. I'm talking everything. And then refill it with a huge deep breath in. Ready? I love that feeling of like the breath kind of exploding back into my lungs. And once you do this, you should feel a little bit warmer. You should kind of feel your heart going a little bit faster. It's a very refreshing kind of feel, at least personally for me it is. If I do it too much, I have sometimes, I remember when I used to do yoga, I used to do like 10 of them, and that would get me a little bit lightheaded, so I don't recommend that, but twice or 3 times or 4 times is kind of what I have found works best for me. So now we've kind of checked in with our torso. I want you to just check in with your neck. Feel how everything's doing. Make sure that nothing is feeling like too terribly awful. And then the last thing I need you to check in with is your jaw. So what I want you to do is I want you to let your neck go limp, and I want you to let your jaw hang open in that position. So going like this. And then just let your jaw hang open. Naturally, my lower jaw holds hard. You hold a lot of tension in your jaw, so it's good to try to alleviate that. What I would like you to do with your jaw is I just want you to let it slack like that. It's going to be unattractive, and that's okay. Like that. Then close it up. Now I want you to just go side to side, and then around with your bottom lip and your bottom jaw. Again, it's going to be unattractive. Nobody gives a shit. Okay, now what I want you to do, this one is hard for me to do, but if you clasp your hands together, and then I'm going to put the microphone down, and then you're going to do this, letting your jaw just kind of hang. You can make sounds while you do it as well, but just let your jaw hang and let it move naturally. So here I go. Again, nobody gives a shit if you look weird doing this. I just did it on camera for potentially thousands of people to see, so that really helps if you clasp your hands together like that and shake. It doesn't let your jaw move kind of however it wants to, and sometimes the jaw muscles really like that. And now you will probably also find you're a little bit warmer, and your jaw probably feels a lot nicer. That is something that my drama teacher used to teach me. Because of course, when you're in drama, you need to hold tension in different ways depending on your character. And I found So, now, what I want you to do, and this is something that I am going to try to follow along with as best I can, but I do want you to close your eyes now, and we're going to do a little bit of a breathing exercise. We're going to do a little bit of a breathing exercise first. We're going to be moving breath and energy around our body. What I want you to do is, as you've closed your eyes, I want you to put all of your consciousness and all of your focus in the tip of your nose. In the tip of your nose. And I want you to breathe into your head. Just imagine that you are, try that you are through your nose. And then let it out through your mouth. Breathe into your head again. Breathe out. We're not doing especially deep breaths. I just want you to get in that headspace of guiding your breath. Now, I want you to breathe into your collarbone. Here we go, through your nose. And out. I want you to keep focusing on the tip of your nose, and then breathe into your collarbone. And then out. Again, it might not feel like you are, but this is about being conscious. Now what I want you to do is I want you to focus your consciousness right where your sternum meets your neck, so kind of in between your two collarbones. And I want you to breathe once into your collarbone again. And out. You probably see how that feels a little bit different. Now what I want you to do is I want you to breathe into your chest proper. So fill your lungs through your nose, but remember, keep your consciousness right in between those two collarbones. Ready? Into your chest. Go. And out. See how it takes different amounts of breath? I want you to be really conscious of that, so keep focusing on your collarbone. Let's do our chest again. Ready? And see, I'm also putting my hand in these places to kind of help guide myself. I want you to do it one more time. We're going to do a little bit of a deeper breath this time. And out. Good. And now, I want you to keep focusing on your collarbone just for one more, and we're going to breathe into our stomachs. So go through your stomach, through your nose, and into your stomach. And out. Now what I want you to do is I want you to put all your consciousness from between your clavicles, over between your two collarbones. I want you to put your consciousness into your chest. And I want you to breathe into your stomach again through your mouth, through your nose. And out. This is a great exercise if you're a choir singer or an opera singer. And then I want you to breathe in again. Keep your focus on your chest, but breathe into your stomach. And out. Good. One more time. And out. Now I want you to put your consciousness into your stomach. I want you to put your consciousness into your stomach. And then we're going to breathe into our stomach again. Ready? And one more time. There you go. Now, I want you to just put your consciousness back where it kind of usually lives, kind of in your head. In my head is where I usually picture mine. Behind my eyes, kind of. Now I want you to breathe into everything, stomach, chest, between the collarbones and your head. Are you ready? You might need to sit up for this one. Through the nose. And out. If you need to hum while letting it out, do that for the second round. Here we go. In through the nose. a singer, it's great to kind of picture the different chambers from which you sort of draw your power. It helps trains your diaphragm, and weirdly enough, it kind of works. Like when I say breathe into your head, you're not feeling too much, but I really do. I get that lightness in my sinuses, kind of. I also find these are great for if you have a sore stomach. It is really nice to do breathing exercises while you have a sore stomach. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do a similar thing, but we're going to keep a regular breathing rhythm, and we are going to move heat around our body. We're going to move heat around our body. You can think of this as a moving consciousness kind of around your body, kind of like we did with the breathing, or you can think of it as a light being moved around your body. But I want you to close your eyes again, and we're going to take one deep breath before we start breathing at our regular pace. So one deep breath. There we go. Now with that deep breath, go back into your regular breathing rhythm, and I want you to imagine heat filling your forehead, filling your forehead, filling your forehead. Again, you can picture this as light. You can picture this as where your consciousness is going. You can picture it as literally heat or infrared or something. And I want you to move that heat down to your neck. I want you to move that heat down to your neck. I want you to move that heat down to your neck, and then back up to your forehead, and then down to your neck, and then back up to your forehead, and then down to your neck, and then back up to your forehead, and then down to your neck. Really feel it. Really feel that warmth and that attention. Move it back to your forehead, and then down to your neck. Keep it in your neck. And what I want you to do is I want you to kind of spread the heat. Don't move it. I want you to feel it in both your neck and your forehead. And then feel an invisible line connecting it. Kind of like the sun has come out of the clouds only to shine on your neck and your forehead, connecting it with that line. You can let that go and move it all into your neck. And now I want you to move the heat into your right shoulder, and then back to your neck, and then to your right shoulder, and now to your right bicep, to your right elbow, your right forearm, and your right hand. And now I want you to go back to your right forearm, right elbow, right bicep, right shoulder. We're going to go down the line one more time. Right bicep, right elbow, right forearm, right hand. And now, just like we did with the neck and the forehead, I want you to draw that line of heat from your hand and then spread it. Don't move it, just spread it to your right forearm as well, and to your right elbow. Let the warmth fill up your right bicep as well, and like you're drawing a line from your right hand to your right shoulder, feel it in your right shoulder. And then kind of retract it like a tape measure from your right hand. Let it leave your right hand, your right forearm, your right elbow, your right bicep, and back, so that the heat is in your right shoulder. And then move the heat over to your left shoulder, down to your left bicep, your left elbow, your left forearm, and your left hand. And then back up to the left forearm, left elbow, left bicep, left shoulder. We're going to go down the line once more. Move it down to your right want you to pour the heat like a giant glass of water into your torso and let it splash down into your stomach. And then the water curls up into your chest cavity. Let it swirl in your chest cavity, around your ribs and your lungs, around your heart, around your breast, and then back down into your stomach, and let it swirl around in your stomach, your liver, your pancreas, your intestines. Good, your kidneys. Now move that light and heat back into your chest cavity, back into your chest cavity, back into your chest cavity, and now spread that light so it fills your chest cavity and your stomach. Good. And then let that pour end and let it just fill up your entire torso, up to your neck. Good. And then let's let it drain down into your pelvis. Feel your rear end. Feel it in your groin. And then let the warmth pour down your left thigh. And then move the warmth down to your calf. Let it leave the left thigh into your torso. And then down to your foot. Then back up your left calf. Past your knee to your left thigh. And then let's connect it up from the left thigh. Let it flow through your left knee, your left calf, your left foot. Good, good, good. And now let it come back up to your left thigh and move it over to your right. Move it over to your right. And then move it down past your right knee and let it fill your right calf. And then move it down to your right foot. And bring it back up to your right calf. Past the knee to your right thigh. And then let it pour down again and fill your whole leg. Feel the warmth going past your right knee down into your right calf. And then splashing into your right foot. And then bring it back up, let the heat leave your foot, your right calf, up past the knee, and hold it in your right thigh. Move it back up into your stomach. You can feel free to open your eyes a little bit if you want to. Move the warmth into your lungs again, and we are going to get rid of this warmth. Ready? We're going to breathe in, and as we exhale, we're going to let the warmth leave with us. Good. You did amazing. Thank you for spending this time here with me. Thank you for being you. I hope that you feel more in tune with your body, more in touch with it. You could do the same thing with your mental health if you like, where you really focus that heat in different aspects of what might be stressing you out and what might be bringing you joy. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Starlin for sort of putting the fuel on the fire of Aoife's suggestion